Hey guys, it's Cheryl from CherylMuir.com, helping you to get published and share your message with the world. I'm going to share a slightly more personal subject with you today, which is all about ghostwriting and why I decided to stop doing it. Most of you, I'm sure, have heard this term, but for those of you who don't know what it is exactly, ghostwriting is when you hire a writer to write something for you and you mutually agree for you to put your name to their work. It's used a lot in speech writing. We see it in politics and probably the media as well to a certain extent. And we also see it in certain books as well, certain biographies are ghostwritten. And it certainly has its place, and this is not a video to bash ghostwriting in any way. It provides writers with a lot of work, and it's also really, really helpful for people who are too busy to write their own material. So it definitely does have its place. But when I was in PR, I was in corporate public relations for about 5 years. I had the experience of ghostwriting all the time. It was pretty much everything that I did, because as a PR person, you're not the one in front of the camera, you're giving the person in front of the camera the words. And after a period of time, I saw, my clients and the people that were representing my clients, their spokespeople, I saw a room full of 200 people stand up and give a standing ovation to a speech that I'd written. I saw my words getting published in the Huffington Post, which now they of course are, but at the time I was writing on behalf of somebody else and, was ghostwriting some of their copy and their articles. And I saw people getting, having editorial pieces in local newspapers and really getting coverage and being praised for it when in fact it was my work. Now, I obviously went into that with my eyes wide open, and I knew that that was the scoop. This wasn't something that was, taken from me or stolen or anything like that. I knew exactly what was happening, and that was part of the agreement. But as a creative person and as a writer, it started to, and this might sound dramatic, but it started to kind of eat away at my soul, and seeing my great work being applauded and nobody knowing it was me, it wasn't okay with me after a period of time, and so I stopped ghostwriting. What was interesting though is when I went into this line of work, when I opened my business, I got out of corporate public relations and started my own business, helping other people get published in major online media outlets like the Huffington Post and such like. Some clients wanted me to write articles for them, and initially I did. But that was problematic for two different reasons. One is that it really drained my creative battery, and I have a lot of energy in general as a person, and as a creative person I also have a lot of creative energy, so it is quite difficult to deplete my creative battery, but it certainly did put a strain on it. And in addition to that, even though I did a really good job of mimicking my client's voice and tone in the written word, there really is no way for anyone to jump into anyone else's head and get out their experiences, their point of view, their exact tone of voice, their expertise, and translate that in the written word. At least it's very, very difficult to do unless you know that person extremely well. So from the client's point of view, yes, it sounded like their voice, but it wasn't their voice. So this is twofold. It's for writers who are thinking about stopping ghostwriting. Obviously I would encourage you to do so and really step into the light and have your great work applauded and rewarded and celebrated. And also it's for people who are perhaps using a ghostwriter who wonder whether or not they want to continue doing so. Like I said at the top of the video, ghostwriting definitely has its place, and this is not in any way throwing shade at ghostwriting. But one thing to bear in mind is that no matter how good your ghostwriter is, they're not yourself, and at the end of the day, they are not your words when it really comes down to it. So, food for thought there. Now I am very happy to be published in my own name, and it's given me a lot of joy and a lot of pleasure and satisfaction. So, very pleased now to be published under my own name, and I would encourage you guys to do the same. I hope this really helped you guys, and I hope it helped to inspire you to get published and to share your message with the world. If you would like to get next week's video delivered directly to your inbox, make sure you sign up at CherylMuir.com. I will see you guys next week. Thank you for watching.